See, to say something else about those, how they went from like the peaceful protesters to the people running, like ruining shit. I don't think like a lot of people seem to be implying that all those people holding the signs or whatever that were being peaceful for hours suddenly just dropped them and ran into a store and started destroying shit as an excuse. As with most mobs, I feel like it was mainly a lot of people trying to be peaceful, and then a few people perceived it as being shitty, and they quickly got everybody who wasn't really there seriously, just the people who are there because they know it's an opportunity that they can loot and steal, cause mayhem, have fun, no accountability. Like, that's the kind of people that atmosphere would draw. But by no means, I really don't think that the people who are actually really serious about Black Lives Matter, I may disagree with them, but I don't think they're bad people. I don't think they immediately drop their signs and then go loot. Like, I think it's...
I feel like the chaos
shitty.
can lead to destruction. You know, they might go in there with one thing in mind, and then it turns into destruction. I've told this story before, but in fast forward, people love this. I was in high school. There was a guy, a classmate. I didn't even know him very well. He was a year older than me, and he was a senior, and he went to this party where there were college kids. And he went there, and he tried to pick up a girl, right? That was his crime. And the college kids beat him up. They hit him in the nose, and they broke it. So he comes to school the next day, and he has this like plastic V-shaped sort of nose guard on with maybe tape across his eyes and 2 black eyes. And everyone was like, "Oh my God, what happened? You know, like, how did this happen to you?" So, like, the whole school, hundreds of people go to the house where the party was to get, like, vengeance or justice on these guys that beat him up. But they just weren't home. You know, I don't know if they knew they were coming or what, like, whatever. But when everybody got there, they just weren't home. And this little girl, she had a twin, picked up like the for rent sign in front of the house, and she's like, "You pussies, let's get the house." And she starts like hitting the house or something with the for rent sign. Well, it wasn't long before they smashed down the front door, and I rush in the house. I don't know, I didn't really have a plan, but everybody was rushing in the house, right? Like, everyone
Didn't want to be left behind.
Yeah.
What if all the good shit was gone by the time you got there?
Well, like, I wasn't far from the front, if I'm honest. Like, I was maybe the like 18th person out of hundreds to rush into this house. And when I get there, the first scene I see, it's an old like CRT television that sat on the ground. Some guy has a vacuum cleaner, and he's in his backswing like a golfer. And he's coming through, and he hits the television and breaks the television, and I would assume damages the vacuum cleaner as well. And I saw that, and I was like,
now that I can't even get the glass up,
I should not be here. And I turned out, and like everyone's scattering, right? Like, someone might even yelled like, "Run!" And the police were coming, and I ran for like a block, and then I decided to walk as if nothing had happened. Like, that was my strategy. And as I'm walking home, probably beat red and sweaty and nervous and whatever, the police picked up me and my partners in crime and took us to the police station and started questioning us. And it's funny that, like, dude, everyone, not me, I swear I didn't do anything, but aside from walk through the front door, but like, there were so many people that caused destruction on that house. Tens of thousands of dollars of damage in like a minute. You know, just people ripping everything, destroying
like
it.
Piranhas, ruining a home.
Oh, just wrecking this home because they rented
like
it to the
Extreme
wrong
Home
people.
Makeover, but the evil version.
Yeah. And,
Hello, Juarez family.
so yeah, you have to imagine everything's wrecked. Drywall's torn down, carpets destroyed, every appliance ruined, just trashed in a heartbeat. And they're all like, you know, who did it, who did it, who did it?
Ours now.
Hundreds of kids were like, "Oh, it was Dominique, this like 90-pound little girl." And the cop is like, "How can this be? How can this be? We have 300 witnesses saying it was all the girl with the for rent sign who did it all." And like, she
Just watched and said, "Stop, stop."
You're right. This girl, she could hardly crush a grape. Yet everyone pointed the finger at her. And in fairness, she did turn, I guess, hundreds of people were like, "Oh, they're not there. Oh well, I guess there's nothing to do." And she turned it into a mob, an active, like, destructive mob. And that
like, mob mentality is definitely a thing where you just get kind of caught up in the excitement of it, like at a concert where, if that same group of people were all at Walmart Superstore in the grain aisle, whatever. Been playing too much Civ with saying granary, but in the grain aisle, they wouldn't just start like moshing trying to get their favorite bread. Like, it's just the environment that you're in at the time, kind of. But
yeah,
I could see that happening. I
can see putting tear gas in a crowd.
That could be it, but I
setting
also
them
just
off.